In America, which I've been doing here at the shop, and at this point the idea is to screen gun images with facts, statistics, facts, factual statements about gun violence in America.
I think that it's the artist's responsibility in this building because there's something unique about it, and that's this. First, for the space that we get, one, we don't pay utilities. That's a big deal already. And the amount of rent that's being paid, it doesn't fit like to the cost of, of things today. And to be right in the downtown area, I think is a great deal. And a lot of ways, I think it is our responsibility to look after the building, and that they're responsive though. When we had an issue with the door and someone had broken the glass, they fixed it. Issue of garbage, they brought a dumpster. That's extra. Like the rent could not even justify purchasing those items. So I feel like, we're really in a good place. And I'm going to say it like this because I'm not religious in that kind of way, that the gods are looking out, for us. And I think it's easy to, make these demands, but if one just sit and consider, what we get for what we pay, it doesn't, we make out well. But on the other hand, I think that Newark benefits from the artists that are here. Because we're here, and especially if we're producing, which I know that I am, and there are artists that are producing in this building, so I think we fulfill that other part too. So there's an even exchange, if you will. So definitely, I'm happy with management. They haven't been crawling up our butts, harassing us, none of that. They've been very, very flexible, and I'm thankful for that.
No one has gotten abducted. No one has gotten seriously beheaded. There hasn't been, $1 million of material and merchandise ever looted out of anyone's studio. So it became a community on its own because I left there many of times with my door unlocked. And know that when I came back, everything was intact. And the building owners, I gotta say to them, they were very lenient because it was an art space first before it became anything else. And they were very supportive of that. But I would say this too, and this may be off the beaten path, but on the beaten path. If you never attended a 31 Central Halloween party in Newark, okay? We all think of New York. 31 Central have yet to be toppled when it comes to its Halloween party. Because it was artist inspired. And this was another fun, beyond fun. It was historical. If you weren't there, that's part of the 31 Central mystique now, the historical canon. And I was there, and if you were there, you also knew.
They left us alone, which is, I think, what we all wanted, except for leaks. But for the most part, they went around everyone was sort of, I think that's what we all enjoyed, I think. We ran amok and just kept it at a level where we weren't getting in trouble. I think that's that's the way I viewed it as. Do as much as you can without getting caught, basically. Considering, the parties and the metalworking, people living there. Yeah, I mean, it sort of created that environment. It just sort of gave, this space was available somehow. It was like an entity unto itself, and it just became like a living thing. We were sharing the internet. We had the cables running everywhere.
Yeah. Can we curse on this thing?
Of course.
Oh, okay. So the maintenance of the building is like not applicable. It's null and void. It's fucked up. It's deteriorating inside your own place. It's just retarded. Like, you know, but I've seen artists exist this way, and I also think that something about not being too comfortable often can inform and inspire, you know, great art. Some of it is just natural deterioration, and you know, there's no money being put into this building at this time, really. So I mean, I understand that, but you know, again, to make it plain, the shit is fucked up, but it's also beautiful, and like I said, I think it also keeps everybody, you know, not too comfortable, which is a good thing, you know, for creatives. Yeah.
The maintenance of the building, it's very effective. The maintenance in the building is effective. I don't think I need to say too much about this.
Yeah, it's changed. But this was all in the planning, you know, that, you know, when people talk about gentrification, that's been the word, you know, and it's all around the country. But this was planned at least 50 years ago, so this is not anything new. Today, you know, everything seems to be like, if it's like a light switch had gone on, buildings are being built and going up, restaurants are opening, bars are, you know, so it's all of these things that are going on. So yeah, there's a difference, you know, it's coming back, you know. Now you ask, if you were to ask me, is it a good thing? It just depends on where you're at, you know. Who's it going to benefit, you know? That's the thing, because just like in Soho, there was a lot of artists, they didn't have the money like that. Of course, there were some who became, you know, well off, or they were in a better position, but there were a lot that didn't. And they were bumped, and now you have a bunch of shopping centers. You know, they don't even really have much of the art galleries, and the art galleries that are there almost seem like, not to be, you know, negative about it, but more like vanity type.
Was it like Friday? Remember Friday night at 6 o'clock? It would like turn into the abandoned city. Yeah. And it used to get these like tumbleweeds be rolling around, like no one would be left. No, nothing would be open. The bar would maybe be open on Saturday.
And on Sundays, we'd be totally dead.
Totally, yeah. You couldn't do anything. Yeah, but remember when St. Patrick's Day used to come around, and it was like one day a year you could do something on a Sunday. You'd get out and eat food, and or
and don't forget the Portuguese Fest.
Oh yeah, the Portuguese Fest, that was something too. Yeah, but we used to go on the Ironbound too. Remember we used to race our BMX bikes down to the Casa Pau de Queijo, chicken balls, get some chicken balls. Prudential, like, you know, Newark, you would constantly see them tear down buildings and make it into a parking lot, like this ever-growing, expanding tarmac parking lot. So, I mean, I guess it's good to see Prudential take a parking lot and turn it into a building, but they also had to tear down 2 other buildings to make it into a parking lot. Just sort of funny, but at least it's multi-level. You know, it's not just flat tarmac. But yeah, no, it looks good. We get a, you know, it's, you know, definitely a shot in the arm for Newark. Like you're watching a dollar store, or not really technically a dollar store, but sort of like a dollar store, go from that and turn right into a Nike store, and that's pretty, you don't see. It's weird to see that happen. It's just like, but yeah, I think it's good. We had a new park, military park, and they were footing the note for 31 Central the whole time. So, I mean, you can't really knock them. They're sort of like really. We would have been out of that building a long time ago, and probably would have ended up a parking lot as well.
I mean, there's definitely a lot more white people around now because of buildings like Prudential and such, and some of the new little shops, and there's a lot more middle class white people around, or even upper class. Besides that, though, it's not like, to me, like a white or black thing. That's just the truth, you know. But what always happens with revitalization, gentrification, or anything along those lines, is that you lose some of the soul and the spirit and the purity. You know, when I came here, I was the resident documentarian for Youth Bill, and I was just moving around here flowing. There was all these young black kids moving through here, and I was documenting them, and it was just really honest and pure. And now it's all like fucking structured and like, nah, you good, bro. I feel like when you have corporations like Prudential coming in and buying up stuff, you know, it's great for a very small percentage of the inhabitants of this area. It doesn't directly touch the community at all. Some of the art community, which to me is not the community, benefits from it. And then you just have all these people that are left out that are looking at this shit like, damn, you know, I want to be a part of that, but there's no place for me.
So when I came here first time, I realized that I don't know anything about Newark's history, and which history was still visible all over on the surface of the city. And already I saw big changes happened here, and this place is still in transition. So it was very clear that these changes just will continue and probably will be even faster and faster. Since I'm here in the last 10 years, yeah, we saw this place went through many changes, and it is very positive for this place. Art and the creative people are definitely helping this process. Yeah, step by step, small businesses are popping up and changing the neighborhood. It's getting also more residential.
Do you think that's good or bad for artists?
The process is happening since the 60s in New York, around New York, and this process is getting faster. Basically, the creative class is moving in the neighborhood, changing it, and the same story everywhere, then they are not able to afford it anymore after it changed. Definitely developers are more aware of how they can use creative people. It just, it's really up to us artists how we respond to this and how we can come up with a solution where we are not losing our spaces.
Starbucks there. This one, but this honey, there's gonna be a Rutgers thing there apparently, and this corner building was bought. This beautiful old masonry building is bought for a Rutgers alumni. Yeah, it's really changed, and I'm getting nervous, aren't you?
I mean, you know, it's inevitable.
Well, I think the impact is mostly for us artists. I think that the community, I think, will will really appreciate the changes in the neighborhood and attract other groups of people to come into Newark. But as far as the artists who are actually working and living here, and who actually are part of the revitalization of that community, I think a lot of us will be impacted in it's in a negative way, because we'll miss a lot of our spaces as artists who have studio spaces here, or we'll have to find more expensive spaces if we want to remain in Newark or leave Newark. So I think it's good and good and worrisome at the same time. Yeah, we'll just see how we can actually manage to keep the artists staying here and have this maybe more residencies, maybe more affordable art spaces. I don't know, what do you think?
Without a doubt. Oh yeah, the neighborhood has totally changed. Of course, Halsey Street back then was basically just a kind of a junky, littered, vacant building street with, it's like, nothing going on. The only like building that had any occupancy was the building that John Watts and his wife Ing owned, and still do, of course. They have that little shop with the Oriental Asian artifacts and objects. Yeah, I've seen an amazing change come to Halsey Street during that time. You know, it's really on its way to becoming sort of like the little art street, if you will, in Newark. You know, I mean, there are other locations, but I think after the Haynes building is completed, I think that section of Newark, that little section, is going to just really like pop.
Well, there's more food options. I think it's unfortunate that that a lot of people are going to lose access to space for the sake of urban renewal. You know, but hopefully it goes in a way where the people who are around don't feel like they're being left behind, left out.
Depending on what part and what role you operated or played in Prudential's, half of the people who live in Newark, who own homes, their family, their wives, their sons, their daughters have went through Prudential and worked in that corporate environment. Prudential used to be one of the largest art buying, a huge art collection. They had philanthropy. They were involved, so it depends on what layer of whom you're dealing with. You know, because corporate America is corporate. And if you're misunderstood or ignorant to what corporate culture is, then Prudential is not the evil monster. They aren't going anywhere. The same thing was said back in the early 80s when NJ Pack came. You know, people thought it was this big evil monster that was separating. Thing is, do you run from them or do you understand how to engage with them? I looked forward to any kind of things that's going to help uplift the community. One more, I want to definitely say this video isn't for just now. This video is made for 10 years from now, 15 years from now, for the student who's in Newark Arts High School, for my granddaughter Madison, who's now expressing herself with drawing, to my grandson, to my sons, to my family, to your sons, to that young youth who's practicing and interning, and all of the younger cats and even the older cats, knowing that right here in Newark, the place that always get misunderstood and some of us really care and share about, that's what this is for. So one, I want to thank definitely the filmmaker, Mr. Lowell Craig, who made this one happen. Come on in, Lowell with some soul, because for real, this is made for future viewings. And that's how I look at it, not just for now. For now, it's like, yeah, it's contemporary. But for those who will be seeing this for the first time, again, and again, on saying goodbye, my name is Dr. Jerry Gant, the ghetto optometrist, third eye specialist, front teeth, gold teeth, all provocateur, kicking in the doors of oppression. And the first lesson is that of community love, 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 love. And we out.
Thank you. into this world, there should be joy and happiness. When a mother looks into her baby's eyes, she sees a world of possibility. A future life, a mother's dream is so divine. Sending a real love to the sky. World, don't you ever make my baby cry.
New beginnings. I mean, I guess this is a way of healing, a healing process today.
It's about the same. I'm not going to sit here and say that after 7 years, I was able to move on or get better. It's a struggle every day.
Because I'm his mother. That's my only child. That's my only son. And I'm never going to see him again.
My name is Sharon Kelly. I'm the mother of Jermaine Kelly, who was murdered on October the 7th, 2003, street that we lived on. He went to visit his aunt, and he was shot in the back by a young man by the name of David Bilal Williams. Shot him 7 times. First bullet paralyzed my son. He emptied the gun. Last bullet to the head. He thought my son was there to visit a young lady that he was interested in, not knowing that that was his cousin that he was going to visit. My world came to an end that day.
It's fabulous women, and I hate to say it, but because of my son's death. And I mean, that's how it happened. These women that I would have never met. I mean, I can't imagine a reason that our paths would have crossed.
Because this is not a Newark problem. This is a national and it's even an international problem.
People have to overcome their fear, have to overcome their apathy, have to step out. If nobody steps out, then nothing is going to happen.
For me, I haven't grieved yet. I'm in the process. I had never had the opportunity to grieve. Have somebody said, I'm sorry. Says somebody tell me, I understand what you're going through. When they ask you that you want to do this documentary with us, you know, and talk about the death of your son, talk about the circumstances and why you had to leave the area. How did you feel about it? I mean, a lot of people say, no, I don't want to do that because I'm not grieving yet or I don't feel up to. So,
well, at first I didn't because it's kind of hard. It's still emotional for me to talk about my child, even though it's been 7 years. But then I think about the way he died, the justice he got, and I feel like if I talk, maybe certain things will change.
My name is Michelle Monique Meacham. My story is, I got the knock on the door, December 7th, actually December 7th, 8th. My son's name was Darrell Everett Evans. He was known by Brick City, AKA Newark, New Jersey, as Creep, which I hate that name, but Creep was, okay, Creep, AKA my son, Darrell Everett Evans. He was 33 years old when his life was suddenly taken from him. He was a comedian. He was a Crip, no, but that's not the reason why he was murdered. The day that happened, the day my son was murdered, is the day my life changed.
Here in our city, because the unfortunate part, or the fortunate part, is that we're the only ones that's going to be able to make a difference.
That's right.
I don't want to keep pointing fingers at people. I just want to do. I don't care where you are or where you were yesterday. Where are we and what are we going to do as of today?
And what is the name of your son?
His name was Keith Winfred Calhoun, Jr. Where my son lived, where we all lived, we lived on the 2nd floor. I got good memories because my kids grew up, they used to play in the back. We used to have cookouts. Everybody, the neighbors would sit on our porch, or we vice versa, sit on their porches. You're supposed to say anything. You're supposed to, like, be quiet. Like, when we had the police protection, some people came up to me and was like, you're making our neighborhood hot. because you had the police out here. I said, well, if you're going to protect my family, I have them leave and you can protect them. He's there. The kids were together because Keith wasn't here but for 2 years. He was staying in Perth Amboy with my brother, but then he wanted to come back and be with his brothers and go to school here. So we had a lot of memories with Keith. We had Thanksgiving together. He hid in the trunk of the car because we were looking for him, but he's in the trunk of the car because he's that kind of jokester. He done took the turkey and got it in the car with the turkey. So, I mean, Keithy was a jokester. He always had his friends at my house. His friends became my children. Keith was outside on August 17th. Everybody in the neighborhood were having a water fight. It was a hot night, so all the kids in the neighborhood, even though it was late, were out there playing. And a lady walked past by the name of Angie. The kids were, throwing the water balloons, and one accidentally hit her. She told the kids that she was going to make sure that they paid for it, and she was going to get somebody to come back. She called her nephew. He came all the way from Chatwood Avenue with a gun in his backpack. He rolled up, shook my son's hand. I can't remember. He shook his hand, and my son turned to leave, and he shot him in his back.
I have a mission, and my mission is hopefully to keep other mothers by telling my story, talking to the young men and young women to tell my story. The other mothers tell their stories, that their mothers don't have to sit where we sit in that church or that mosque. Mothers in Charge was founded by Dorothy Johnson Spike. Her son was killed over a parking spot in Philadelphia. Same young man that killed her son killed the co-founder's son. These two women did not know each other. They met because of a segment they had on the news called Crime Stoppers, and Ruth Donnelly was looking for a witness for her son's murder. Come to find out that the same man that killed Dorothy's son killed Ruth's son 5 months previous. Mothers in Charge Philadelphia, they do a program, Thinking for a Change, in the Philadelphia prison system. We hire, Philadelphia chapter, hire ex-offenders to keep them, help them be employed to keep them from going back in prison. So we are around and we're trying to make a difference.
Black Lives Matter.
When a baby comes into this world, there should be joy and happiness. When a mother looks into her baby's eyes, she sees a world of possibility, a future life. A mother's dream is so divine, sending a prayer up to the sky. World, don't you ever make my baby cry. A mother's dream. When a baby comes into this world, there should be joy and happiness. When a mother is holding those little hands, she sees a world of insecurity, a future life. A mother's dream is so divine, sending a prayer up to the sky. World, don't you ever change my baby's life. A mother's dream is so divine. and she dreams of mother's dream. It's so divine.
Welcome to Newark, New Jersey. And that guy who you see is kicking some ass is Newark's most feared mobster. Shit. Fuck. And he is a mobster who sells illegal pastrami. And this mobster's name is Paulie Pastrami, from the Pastrami crime family. They say it's hard out here for a pimp. Well, it's also hard out here for an illegal deli meat dealer like Paulie, because his enemies and the law will always getting in his way. And speaking of the law, Paulie's been arrested more times than Lindsay Lohan. Now, although Paulie could handle himself in the streets, he wasn't as successful in dealing with his wife, Paula.
Could deliver my meat warm.
Paulie,
okay,
get off the phone. I need to talk to you now.
Paula, I'm on the phone with a client here.
I don't care if you're on with the Pope. I need to speak to you
Paula,
now. Bye.
I said I'm on the phone with a freaking client
I
over
don't
here.
give a shit. I don't give a shit. Get off the phone.
There, you happy? I'm off the phone. What the frig is your problem?
You want to know my problem?
Yeah, I want to know.
You want to know my problem?
I really want to know what your problem is.
This is my problem.
And what the hell is this?
This is sliced illegal pastrami that our son, Paulie Jr., got expelled from school for selling.
No. This can't be. Paulie Jr. knows better than this.
Obviously not! Obviously not!
I don't even know how this could happen.
You want to know how this could happen? Maybe if you acted like a father instead of running around the streets with them whores sucking on your pastrami.
What is going on down here?
Sweetheart, your father and I are just having a conversation. Please go upstairs to your room.
Is he upsetting you again?
Fine, sweetheart, we're fine.
Oh, you know what, Daddy? It's bad enough that you are never home, but even when you are home, all you ever do is make Mommy feel like shit.
Hey, do me a favor. Watch your friggin' mouth over here.
Paulette, have a little respect for your father.
No, I don't have to show him shit. You know what? I wish you would shove your illegal pastrami up your ass and die. Because I hate you. Daddy, I hate you.
Paulette, wash your mouth out. Paulette, honey.
Look, son, I want you to live a clean, legit life. I want you to have the life that I never had a chance to live.
Dad, I want the life that you have. I want the cars, the money, the biatches.
Look, son, you don't want my life, okay? I got enemies that are trying to destroy me every day. I got the cops on my ass 24/7. Believe me, you don't want this life.
But Dad...
No, look, son, if you want to deal pastrami, you gotta do it the legal way. Do it through a deli. Do it through a supermarket.
I'm sorry, Dad, but if selling illegal meat is wrong, then I don't want to be right.
Paulie may have been a tough guy on the streets, but at home, he had the tendency to act like a straight-up little bitch.
Next time on Paulie Pastrami.
Trust Biggie Smalls, trust no one. That's right. I don't trust nobody.
boy music.
What's up, Jersey? It's your boy Biggie. That's right, the notorious Biggie S'mores. Invading your spot, knocking down on doors. No, I'm not an OG, 5-0, not me. I'm a notorious from NYC. I'm not here to make.
Come join the world's best virtual Mafia Life game on Facebook and at www.mafialife.com. Mafia Life lets you create your own mob character, earn money, form your crew, work your way to the rank of capo or underboss, or even start your own crime family while competing in player versus player and family challenges to earn exclusive items to use and equip for future events. Try to find a hidden pastrami when you play MafiaLife.com, and if you find it, you can create your own game item or crime, or trade it in for $50 worth of mob power. Contact the game's hitman, Mafia Life Chris, after you join the game. Let him know Paulie Pastrami sent you, and he'll make sure you start with a fat envelope and a nice war package, free of charge. So what are you waiting for? Join the virtual Mafia Life now at www.mafialife.com.
Last time on Paulie Pastrami.
This is sliced illegal pastrami that our son, Paulie Jr., got expelled from school for selling.
I want you to have the life that I never had a chance to live.
Dad, I want the life that you have. I want the cars, the money, the biatches.
Despite his obstacles, all he kept selling is illegal meat. Oh yeah, Paulie had the entire city of Newark hooked on his meat. And Paulie's meat is so addictive that it's often referred to as the crack cocaine of cold cuts. And you see this handsome guy over here? Sort of looks a little bit like Brad Pitt. Well, that's me. I'm Paulie's bodyguard. And my name is the Big Pasta from the Pasta crime family. Now you see that black dude with the cell phone? Well, that's Paulie's newest client. He's also the most feared gangster rapper in hip-hop. And his name is the notorious Biggie S'mores. Baby, baby, baby.
Music.
My man.
Not so fast, Paulie.
Not so fast, Paulie.
Nicky, check this shit out.
It's good, brother.
What's the matter? You don't trust my boss?
Notorious Biggie Smalls trust no one. That's right. I don't trust nobody. And besides, I want to make sure you ain't selling me no weak shit.
Weak shit. Hey, sweetheart. Maybe sometime you can come taste my other meat. And as far as that other thing is concerned, I don't sell no freaking weak pastrami. Homie, don't play that. Hey ho, everybody.
Yeah, folks, Paulie was fearless. He was kind of like a white Tupac.
Next time on Paulie Pastrami.
But Sergeant Dildo, the pastrami is illegal, and I have several sources on the street that can confirm this.
Stop focusing on this holy pastrami and start focusing on some real criminals.
Fat Boy Music.
What's up, Jersey? It's your boy Biggie. That's right, the notorious Biggie S'mores. Invading your spot, knocking down on doors. No, I'm not an OG, 5-0, not me. I'm a notorious from NYC. I'm not here to make.
Come join the world's best virtual Mafia Life game on Facebook and at www.mafialife.com. Mafia Life lets you create your own mob character, earn
Last time on Paulie Pastrami.
This is sliced illegal pastrami that our son, Paulie Jr., got expelled from school for selling.
I want you to have the life that I never had a chance to live.
Dad, I want the life that you have. I want the cars, the money, the biatches.
Despite his obstacles, all he kept selling is illegal meat. Oh yeah, Paulie had the entire city of Newark hooked on his meat. And Paulie's meat is so addictive that it's often referred to as the crack cocaine of cold cuts. And you see this handsome guy over here? Sort of looks a little bit like Brad Pitt. Well, that's me. I'm Paulie's bodyguard, and my name is the Big Pasta from the Pasta crime family. Now you see that black dude with the cell phone? Well, that's Paulie's newest client. He's also the most feared gangster rapper in hip-hop. And his name is the notorious Biggie S'mores. Baby, baby, baby.
Oh man.
Not so fast, Paulie.
Not so fast, Paulie.
Nicky, check this shit out.
Good, brother.
What's the matter? You don't trust my boss?
Notorious Biggie Smalls trust no one. That's right. I don't trust nobody. And besides, I want to make sure you ain't selling me no weak shit.
Weak shit. Hey, sweetheart. Maybe sometime you can come taste my other meat. And as far as that other thing is concerned, I don't sell no freaking weak pastrami. Homie, don't play that. Hey ho, everybody.
Yeah, folks, Paulie was fearless. He was kind of like a white Tupac.
Next time on Paulie Pastrami.
But Sergeant Dildo, the pastrami is illegal, and I have several sources on the street that can confirm this.
Stop focusing on this Paulie pastrami and start focusing on some real criminals.
Fat Boy Music.
What's up, Jersey? It's your boy Biggie. That's right, the notorious Biggie S'mores. Invading your spot, knocking down on doors. No, I'm not an OG, 5-0, not me. I'm a notorious from NYC. I'm not here to make.
Come join the world's best virtual Mafia Life game on Facebook and at www.mafialife.com. Mafia Life lets you create your own mob character, earn money, form your crew, work your way to the rank of capo or underboss. Try to find a hidden pastrami when you play MafiaLife.com. And if you find it, you could create your own game item or crime and trade in for $50 worth of mob power. Contact the game's hitman, Mafia Life Chris, after you join the game. Let him know Paulie Pastrami sent you, and he'll make sure you start with a fat envelope and a nice war package free of charge. So what are you waiting for? Join the virtual Mafia Life now at www.mafialife.com.
Paulie's dream was to expand his illegal meat empire beyond Jersey. And whenever Paulie came to New York, he would often sell his meat to this hot-looking female attorney. Now you see that guy watching Paulie? Well, he's Paulie's biggest arch enemy. And he's also the largest dealer of illegal salami in New York City. His name is Sammy the Salami, from the salami crime family. And folks, Sammy didn't like Paulie making moves in his territory. Oh, he didn't like it at all. Let's go. Now, as Paulie's illegal meat empire was growing in Newark, there was one woman who was trying hard to shut it down. And her name is Detective Susan Swallows.
I have several surveillance photos of Paulie Pastrami selling illegal pastrami to gangster rapper Notorious Biggie S'mores in downtown Newark. Sergeant? Yes.
These photos are useless because they don't prove that this pastrami is even illegal.
But Sergeant Dildo, the pastrami is illegal, and I have several sources on the street that can confirm this.
Swallows, just give this up because we've got more important cases to worry about than Paulie pastrami.
Sergeant, I refuse to let this mobster's illegal meat destroy this city.
Look, Swallows.
I mean, this meat is highly addictive and hasn't even been certified by the Food and Drug Administration. Sergeant, this man and his dirty deli meat needs to be put to an end now.
Swallows, just give this case up. Just give it up. And if I find out that you're still investigating this Paulie pastrami bullshit, then you will be suspended indefinitely. So stop focusing on this Paulie pastrami and start focusing on some real criminals. You're dismissed. You're dismissed, Swallows.
Yeah, let me call you back. I'm gonna take care of this.
I need my pastrami.
Next time on Paulie Pastrami.
You know, Paulie, you may be on the rise now, but you're gonna fall soon. And when you do, I'm gonna be all over you like Charlie Sheen on a crack pipe.
Come play the world's best Mafia game on Facebook at MafiaLife.com, which lets you create your own mob character, join a crew, work your way to boss, even start your own crime family. Unlock the hidden pastrami item to trade it in for $50 worth of Mafia Life power. For a free Mafia Life gift, contact Hitman Mafia Life Chris on Facebook. Let him know Paulie Pastrami sent you. Go to MafiaLife.com now.
Let me tell you, I dropped that guy in the river long before you even got there.
There was no river. There was a pile of piss running down your leg.
I was always by myself.
What are you talking about by yourself? In 3rd grade. Who helped you whack little Johnny Stevens?
Who helped me whack little Johnny Stevens? I don't know, some crazy bastard who came up and hit him over the head.
So you weren't alone then?
Yeah, but you left and they blamed that on me, and I'm sitting there trying to say, how could I be in front of him?
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, Detective Swallows.
Looks like you two are enjoying your illegal deli meat.
Illegal meat? Why, Detective Swallows, I haven't a clue on what you're talking about. Because my pastrami is 100% legal. Ain't that right, Big Pasta?
That's right, boss. 100% legal.
You know, Polly, you may be on the rise now, but you're gonna fall soon. And when you do, I'm gonna be all over you like Charlie Sheen on a crack pipe. So you better watch your step, because I will bring you down.
Oh, excuse me, Detective Swallows. Would you care to partake in some of my meat?
I would never put your meat in my mouth.
I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, Detective Swallows, I have really enjoyed our conversation so far. But for now, I must be going. So you take care of yourself. Oh, and do me a favor. You be careful. It is a very dangerous neighborhood out here. Let's get the hell out of here.
That's right. Talk to the hand, girlfriend. And step off of my man. That's right. One more thing. With a name like Swallows, it's got to be good.
Oh, one for the road. Take care of yourself, sweetheart. The fuck you give that one? Unbelievable. It's just insane. Detective Swallows it.
Paulie had his share of gumadas on the side. And his new mistress is this hot piece of ebony chocolate. And her name is Shamika, Tamika, Jamika, Wamika, Lamika Jackson. Let me tell you something. Once you go black, your white ass ain't never coming back.
You know, Paulie, although I love this time we spent together, I want to be more to you than just your side dish.
I'm sorry, Shamika, Tamika, Jamika, Wamika, Lamika, but that is never gonna happen.
Paulie, why won't you let me into your life?
It's because my family's into pastrami. Your family's into fried chicken. And where I come from, those two worlds will never mix.
Wow, that was cold. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson!
Next time on Paulie Pastrami.
And let's end this ridiculous feud.
How dare you offer pastrami to a salami? Come play the world's best Mafia game on Facebook at MafiaLife.com, which lets you create your own mob character, join a crew, work your way to boss, even start your own crime family. Unlock the hidden pastrami item to trade it in for $50 worth of Mafia Life power. For a free Mafia Life gift, contact Hitman Mafia Life Chris on Facebook. Let him know Paulie Pastrami sent you. Go to MafiaLife.com now.
While Paulie's relationship with his mistress was going down the drain, so was his relationship with Sammy the Salami.
Why, Sammy, I must say, you have quite a lovely restaurant.
Well, Paulie, I noticed that you've been selling your meat here in my territory. And Paulie, I want you out of my territory.
Well, you know, Sammy, I kind of like the clientele in the big city.
Look, listen to me, and listen good. You can do whatever you want in that shithole they call Newark, huh?
Shithole.
But if I ever catch you selling in New York again, I'm gonna cut your friggin' nuts and dump them in the Hudson.
Okay. Look, Sammy, I didn't come here to cause any beef.
Beef! Don't mention beef to me, Paulie. This is about pastrami and salami. Huh? I got no problems with the gabagos and the prosciuttos, huh? So please don't mention beef to me, huh? That's the other dark meat.
Okay. I am sorry that I've been selling in your territory. And I promise you that I will never, ever sell in New York City again. And not only that, I am going to end this feud that has been going on between our families for the past 85 years.
Yeah. That was cool. Yeah, I'm pretty good at playing with loops, so if you want to make a loop, you know, I just need to be able to hear it a little bit.
Yeah.
was walking into. He knew he was soon to death. Sign. Sign for a head. He knew what he was walking into. He knew!
We are in a park that I forget the name. Yeah.
Riverfront Park.
And what are you looking at? The Mississippi River over there.
What we believe.
No, I'm sure.
We believe.
Fucking Mississippi River.
It's the fucking Mississippi River.
So why am I looking at you guys in the river?
Just show them the river. Show the people what they want. A big, mighty river.
Show us your river. Check out that
Taji.
It's the mighty Mississippi.
check out the Taji.
I worked on the social science.
It's the Mississippi!
Something was, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What are you talking about?
Thank you for the compliments. I clearly have no idea what's going on.
Do I look like I know what's going on? Because I'm sorry for projecting
Look at you scoffing. I showed someone my map and they liked it. So fuck off, all of you.
Every day, I relate. No, it's not. Not the truth. Sometimes, yeah, I do. But that's okay. Who can say? Now I go. Blow bubbles away. 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 Blow bubble. Bubbles away.
Take care, sir.
Are these actual notes? Or this is like an actual E?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, you're playing. You'd be playing now.
Except this is detuned, I think.
Okay, this is an E. None of our E's are the same.
Right. I'll just smack whatever you want.
These guys are. This gun's not working yet. Sabotage, sabotage, sabotage it all, sabotage it all, sabotage it all. This is a Love Dimension show. I don't know about you, but I think I might be feeling free, be feeling fine. Sabotage, sabotage, sabotage it all, sabotage it all, sabotage it all. This is a Love Dimension show. I don't know about you, but I think I might be feeling free, be feeling fine.
That was somewhere. I better stop the bubbles. Okay, Love Dimension fam, back again, Miguel and Dan, for the first time. We're gonna do something I don't even know, but I don't understand, but I don't think we even got a plan. Today is just jam. Love Dimension jam. We don't understand what we're gonna do. Maybe Miguel's on the drums. Happy to have him here. First time in the Love Dimension. Have no fear. I'm sure that he'll be back. Whoa! Next time I'll buy beers. Next time I'll have beers. Today tequila.
Breaking, I see your heart beat build up and you get okay. Who can say? Now I don't. Blow bubbles away, blow bubbles away. away, blow bubbles away, blow bubble, blow bubble, blow bubbles away, blow bubbles away, blow bubbles away, blow bubble, blow bubble, blow bubble, blow bubble, blow bubbles away. Love Dimension fam, back again, Miguel and Dan, for the first time. We're gonna do something I don't even know, but I don't understand, but I don't think we even got a plan. Today is just jam, Love Dimension jam. We don't understand what we're gonna do. Maybe Miguel's on the drums. Happy to have him here. First time in the Love Dimension. Have no fear. I'm sure that he'll be back. Whoa! Next time I'll buy beers. Next time I'll have beers. Today tequila.
Very good accordion work.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes. Pow! Love Dimension. That was on.
What is this thing?
That was on recording. That was fun.
That was fun.
And I like using just these little apps. It's just our metronome. We'll find our flow in that little row. All right. Now, I know the brightness, the bright sound, the bright lights, the bright hounds. The hounds are speaking, the feeling, the flowing. No, don't let it go, don't let it go, don't let it go. Don't pick it home, don't pick it home, don't pick it home. Let's fall, represent. I don't know, make no sense. I can tell everything, every day. I delay. No, it's not no truth. Sometimes, yeah, I do, but that's okay. Who can say? Now I go. Blow bubbles away, blow bubbles away, blow bubbles away, blow bubbles, blow bubbles, blow bubbles away, blow bubbles away, blow bubbles away, blow bubble, blow bubble, blow bubble, blow bubble, blow bubble. Bubbles away. That's what I want to say. I want to play. I want to play. I want to play. Play up all day. Play up all day. Play up all day. With the same. They say that they want to play bubbles all day. Play bubbles all day. You know that it's funny. You know it's the water. Play bubbles all day. Play bubbles all day. Sit up in the water. On my phone. Laugh it up. Making fun. Making fun. Making bubbles all day. Sitting fun. Sitting fun. Making bubbles all day. Playing with bubbles all day.
yourself, I think you might have found yourself, you know. You know. Masquerading as a fallen hero you might be. Alone. Masquerading as a foe, a friend, a controller. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be the one slaved away for days to see. I can see your face. I can be your friend. Masquerading as the son of Sam. You know you make me. Feeling like a friend or foe you might have made. In the hair, everywhere. Woo! 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 Feel that swell, don't feel swell. Yes, I do, yeah, I might just smell. Smell that good. That's where I came from. That's where I went to. Now ain't nobody. Don't wanna get that hair, nobody. That's how I got that smell. That's how I got that smell. Sulfur in the sky. The smell stings your eyes. Your senses are competing. As you know that your life is fleeting. Mushrooms in the skyline.
just a recording of a middle of that part of that other song that I actually liked that we were doing. But it's okay. That always happens at some point. I should have plugged this guy in. I thought he had better charge. How you feeling? Yeah, good. That's what I try to produce. Try to produce good vibes in the love dimension. This is the love dimension. This is the love dimension show. This is the showcase of what we do here. It's a mess in my studio. Ever since I need my hideaway camp. It's a place where I can vamp. Okay, I haven't organized anything since I did that last show for the Improv Tech peeps, so things are still a little messy. But let me get myself a longer extension so that I could play my guitar, my little guitar, and also everything else. Oh, maybe. Got a little bit of feedback.
These guys are. This gun's not working yet.
We are in a park that I forget the name of. Yeah.
Riverfront Park. And what are you looking at?
The Mississippi River over there.
What we believe.
No, I'm sure.
We believe.
Fucking Mississippi River. It's the fucking Mississippi River.
So why am I looking at you guys and not at the river?
Just show them the river. Show the people what they want. A big, mighty river. Show us your river. Check out that Taji.
It's the mighty Mississippi.
Check out the Taji.
At Newark for social services.
It's the Mississippi!
Something was, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What are you talking about?
Thank you for the compliments. I clearly have no idea what's going on.
Do I look like I know what's going on? Because I'm sorry for projecting that.
Look at you scoffing. I showed someone my map and they liked it. So fuck off, all of it.
Folks, he's New Jersey's most feared mobster, and he sells illegal deli meat. Paulie is all business.
I don't sell no freaking weak pastrami. Homie, don't play that. Oh, do me a favor. You be careful. It is a very dangerous neighborhood out here.
But he has a cop that's trying to bust him.
This man and his dirty deli meat needs to be put to an end now.
He has an enemy that's trying to destroy him.
I want you out of my territory.
He has a family that's falling apart.
Now suck this like you suck my husband's meat. I hate you. Daddy, I hate you.
Dad, I want the life that you have. I want the cars, the money, the biatches.
Don't be calling us biatches.
And he has a black girlfriend who's obsessed with his white meat.
Paulie, why won't you let me into your life?
I'm sorry, Shamika, Tamika, Jamaica, Wamika, Lamika, but that is never gonna happen. Hey, sweetheart, maybe sometime you can come taste my other meat.
That was somewhere.
sabotage it all, sabotage it all, sabotage it all. This is a Love Dimension show. I don't know about you, but I think I might be feeling free, be feeling fine.
We are in a park that I forget the name. Yeah.
Riverfront Park. And what are you looking at?
The Mississippi River over there.
What we believe.
No, I'm sure.
We believe.
It's Mississippi River. It's the fucking Mississippi River.
So why am I looking at you guys and not at the river?
Just show them the river. Show the people what they want. A big, mighty river. Show us your river. Check out that Taji.
It's the mighty Mississippi.
Check out the Taji.
I've worked on social studies.
It's the Mississippi!